Initially with climate change, we certainly didn't address it as climate change. We probably addressed it more as, look, it's a drought and it's part of farming. You get to about 3 or 4 seasons in a row and you start to realise we're going to have to adapt to survive and remain profitable.
I think farmers are very proactive at making changes to suit their system, because we all got to be profitable in the end.
So one of our ideas, I suppose, was to be proactive instead of reactive. So if we can try and stay ahead of government regulations and that sort of thing, or tariffs, like nitrogen usage, that sort of stuff, we feel like we're in probably a bit more of a better position than if they just say tomorrow that they announce, all these regulations on fertiliser usage, that sort of thing. We're able to sort of say, well, we've already ahead of the game.
About 15 years ago, we noticed that the price of inputs, our bought-in feed, it started to climb in cost. We're a farm that always had a fairly high stocking rate, so we were fairly reliant on bought-in feed, so obviously that started to affect our capability of making money.
Our power bill is pretty huge. We're up around $300,000 a year just for power costs.
We're in the progress of installing a rather large solar system here that'll reduce our power bill by 2/3 and mean that 82% of our power comes from renewable energy on this farm.
Looking at putting solar throughout the whole farm and getting us totally off the grid with our power, so that's pretty exciting going forward. That'll reduce our carbon footprint for sure.
So we're doing things like using the solar during the day, and instead of sort of using it or trying to store it in a battery, we've got a thermal battery underground, an underground tank, so we're going to be able to chill water during the day pretty much completely off solar and offset that for the afternoon milking. So we're doing a few clever ways of using the solar instead of just on demand. We're able to store it and use it at a later date.
After 5 years, we've paid off the solar and all the new infrastructure, so that's a pretty short turnaround that I can see if you're here for the long haul. So as well as saving money, month from month off your energy bills, it's not that long before you've paid that investment off.
If we don't stay ahead of the game, we'll certainly be run over, and we've got to make sure that we do what we do here really well.
Everything we do now, we look at how it affects every aspect of the business and try and move forward equally with profit and good for the land and good for the future generations.